to be or not to be.
And welcome back to the Actor's Dungeon, everybody. I believe we are live. Everything's looking good. Feel free to drop a note in the chat if any of us are sounding funny or anything. I recently hooked up a new microphone because after doing some of the editing from last week's, I realized, my 12-year-old no-name condenser microphone has finally kicked the bucket. So,
Oof.
yeah. So with great care, I transported my Neumann out here to be used for the Zoom call. So we're getting, hopefully, good quality out of it. But there's always a shaky feeling when you transport your best equipment out of its natural habitat. All right. Thank you, everybody. The views are filling up, so we are looking forward to entertaining you this evening. We are down one player, down a judge, but I assure you, we will have fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to have lots of fun. It's going to be great.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Mike, you're sounding funny again.
But I haven't even finished my whiskey. I've had like 2 sips. I'm not that much of a lush. I hope not.
Mike, the accident was several years ago. You need to wake up.
Oh, dear.
You've been... Wow. Oh, it's going to be a good stream.
You've been lost in Oculus Rift for 17 years, man. We got to pull you out.
Oh, dear. All right. The oh dear segued from our previous conversation about the #1 killer in North America, which is apparently deer. So yep. I just want to open this with a quick thank you to Tom, our gameplay judge tonight. Tom, it's always a treat to have you. I love the Halloween t-shirt. I love your repping Canada with the flannel. Please say hello to our lovely YouTube audience.
Hello, YouTube audience.
All right. And in order, we have none other than Charlie playing Aridin, the man in the hood, the man with the shield, the man with who's at a bit of a crossroads in his character development.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? Mike, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought you were gonna thank the deer for population control. And then you went normal and thanked Tom for being here. Yep.
And we can thank the wolves for controlling the deer in Yellowstone. Thank you, exactly. Wolves.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, wolves. I realize my Sirenscape player isn't open. Jolly be that. And next up in the order, we have the little old lady, the wonderful rat, the noble, the wonderful Nanners, played by Ryan Geyser.
Mike, I told you shouldn't have taken that Neuralink implant. You need to wake up.
Oh, that's real now, isn't it? That's
yeah.
Elon's doing.
It's being tested on humans, and they refuse to say what's going on with them.
No.
Whether it's for genuine NDA reasons or because they're hiding stuff, who knows?
The only update I saw about that is, like, this statement from Elon Musk is like something you find when you're digging around in a horror game.
Apparently the most recent update was like, yeah, the first human patient can move a mouse with his mind, like a computer mouse. And it's like, cool. Are they suffering spasms? Or...
Sure. That's one of the things that I'm going to hate the most, because, more and more people start getting that planted in their head. Just imagine if we can make phone calls. Somebody calls you and you say, they left a voicemail, you answer it, and they're doing this, going, I know you're there, the phone is implanted in your head, pick up.
I'm going to send a 1 terabyte zip bomb to everybody's Neuralink.
I can't hear you. I'm going through a tunnel. Trinkle.
Get a 1 terabyte download as I'm at McDonald's trying to order a Big Mac. Hi, sir, how may I help you? Let me get a Big Mac. Let me get a big Mac. Oh, I knew this. Let me get a big.
Sir,
So normally I can hide the Zoom chat somewhere down here, but I can't today. It's too big. I'm just gonna put it. Whatever. I'm gonna put it over here. Some of you may see each other's prompts.
The party chat's been leaked.
Oh yeah, there's so much on it. Alrighty. I didn't finish my introductions. Sorry, we're all in a bit of a silly mood tonight.
You still need to finish your life. Wake up.
Stop that. You had me questioning reality. Shauna, please, for the love of God, say hello.
Hi, I've killed 2 deer with my cars.
What an entrance.
On purpose? Like for some reason I'm picturing an SUV going through the forest. Like
No.
You're spotted.
Oh, my
Engage.
goodness.
Oh, he wants to go off road.
I did, and then my dad was like, "Oh, I'm sure the backstrap's still good. Why don't you go over there and get it?"
Guys, I see a deer. Engage the hood spikes.
Engage the hood spikes. Okay. I can put this over here on
Engaging
my actual...
grill buzzsaws.
All right, thank you, Shauna. And then Chris, Mr. Brandy Bones, unfortunately is tragically ill and will not be able to join us tonight. And so, bringing up the rear, as always, we have Kurt Combrink.
What's going on, everybody? And I live in Missouri, and I hunt deer.
Can I just want to correct Kosh. Maybe instead of saying tragically ill, I think he has a sinus
Opportunistically
infection.
ill.
Yeah.
I think he has a sinus
when you're
infection.
A voice
So maybe
actor, getting a sinus infection or sore throat is tragic.
Yeah.
it is. But when you say something like this person is tragically ill, I don't know about anyone else, but I pictured deathbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
The fact that you paused before ill too, you're like, he is tragically ill.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Kosh, your host, and I'm a little all over the place tonight, but I assure you it's only because I'm thinking about our exciting game that's coming up and what we're doing entering the Giant's Lair. So without further ado, it is 7:22 now. Let's get into the preamble. So, Charlie reading for spot number 1, Ryan reading for spot number 2, Shauna spot number 3, and Kurt, spot number 4. Your prompts are coming to the Zoom chat now.
Sweet.
Coming soon to DVD and video.
And now, our feature presentation.
You wouldn't download a car.
You're damn right I would. Can you imagine? How would that even work?
GTA.
How the
Oh, yes. Cool.
how the fuck?
That's what she said.
Charlie, I know you will find a way. And here's Shauna's
now I have to do it like Jeff Goldblum, and I need to find a way.
I get practice and get to embarrass myself at the same
I
time.
just had sorry, I've got a list on my phone of prompts as I sit at Starbucks and think of funny things. I type it in. I just had
He's
one.
having trouble reading them because they're getting blurry because he's finally awakening.
Alrighty. So, let us begin our preamble. Charlie, as you are ready.
Fine. Marooned on a cloud. Yes, the airship crashed on a cloud. Our champions discuss what is to be done. Having lost a crewman in the ordeal, the pirates took a stand against the party. They stand up to send the pirates to go through astral gateways and suffer another shattered ship. Angry about the lack of booty of this force, they claim the party will end up them on a giant dinner plane!
He got halfway through that, and I already knew what he was going for.
Halfway?
I mean, I needed to hear the first ramp up, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Still uncertain if they are in the domain of a giant or a dragon, Vlas put a theory of his own to the test. Thinking his dragon blood dagger may provide one of his own kin, tried it against many surfaces, and lo, a dragon did appear. However, as it got close, with no signs of slowing, Erden realized this to be a hungry wyvern, and not a dragon at all. A vicious battle ensued. More damage was done to the ship.
Now, this deal is really great. Now, hear this. Okay, so they managed to blow the monster away with the cannons, and these cannons were fine, grade A cannons that have been shipped from another country that we're not going to disclose, but it's great. It's great quality, trust me. It doesn't backfire at all. But Vlas lost his treasured dagger, and it was a beautiful dagger, priced really fair, and it was just fantastic. No scratches, easily sharpened. In the beast, the dagger was lost in the beast's gullet. Brandon Brandy Bones was able to ease some of these pirates, but you don't want to buy nothing from him because he's a little snake. But anyway, he was able to ease some of the pirates' tempers with some fine drink, but it's kind of cheap, so you don't want that one. While Erden and Vlas talked down a potential mutiny, and you know, mutiny kind of happens, but we just try to have to get along with each other. Anyway, between Skip and the quartermaster Judy, she's all right. She sells things a little weird. It seems that the sailors were partial to the latter's rallying cries.
And they prepared the barrels of beer, whiskey, and meats in case they needed to appease their new hosts. They wandered along the cloud desert towards a glittering golden citadel when Selena noticed the dedications to Sarenrae, a goddess of sun and civilization. The odds were good that they were walking into a safe place. Throw the switch!
All right. Tom and all fellow players, please start your guesses.
Goku.
Yes, Goku. Kamehameha.
It was not specifically Goku, but it was...
Okay, Gohan, Krillin, Tien Shinhan, whatever.
It was the longest Kamehameha ever. And then Ryan. Any guesses for Ryan?
So I had Arnold Schwarzenegger or William Alexander.
I'm bad at this.
Any other guesses? It's funny, actually, I thought when you went into that accent, I thought, like, wow, he sounds kind of German.
I told you I'm bad at this. I don't have accent training.
Oh, it's all right. Think Scotsman, but big and green.
Correct.
There you go. And shout out to the Wicked Deals coming from Shauna.
I don't know what store Shauna works at, but I'm going to go there because that was just like, oh, you don't want to go to her. She bad. You don't want to do this. No, she from around the way. No. I don't know what that was, but I loved it. At first, I thought it was Home Shopping Network, but then when you start going off of others, I'm like, just a really awesome salesperson who I would be friends with.
Awesome.
Which
Yeah,
is the
that was
opposite
it.
of my prompts, kind of, but yeah.
That's sleazy, but you did a really good job. You sold me on that. And then Kurt.
Oh, he Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. The doctor, is mad scientist, but he went with the classic. I got some real Gene Wilder vibes
yes.
from that,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yes.
The best Frankenstein. Sorry, Frankenstein
Yeah.
movie ever.
Is it also
No,
pronounced?
Werewolf. Their castle.
Is it also pronounced Frodrick?
What hump?
Frankenstein
That's
didn't even get his doctorate. He's a fucking fraud.
You mean I put an abnormal brain and a 6'2", 800-pound, 72-inch wide?
Get rid of it!
Also, the book goes to great lengths to make sure that the Frankenstein's monster is described as really, really hot, except for the fact that you can see his organs through his skin. Otherwise, he's hot.
So speaking of organs in your skin, I found out something weird today. Apparently, your brain actually has a filter that keeps you from being able to hear and feel your organs moving around inside your body.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Your
'Cause that
skin's
could
an organ.
Freak you out.
I'm reminded of a line from Knights of the Old Republic when the assassin droid HK-47 you ask him why he refers to everyone as a meatbag. It's like, well, master, you are all at least 75% water. How you are not driven insane by the constant sloshing of you walking around, I will never know.
An excellent game.
Your
Speaking
brain
of
doesn't
games,
have pain receptors.
That's probably for the best.
During brain surgery, they'll actually wake you up and poke around in there because you can't feel it, but they can like have you
I know,
do
we've all
something
seen the burnt
simple, like
toast
say the
commercial.
alphabet.
Don't make me relive it.
Mike, they're American. They might not have that up there. Sorry, down there.
Fair enough. Did you guys ever have that commercial about the lady who can smell burnt toast?
Maybe.
No, dude, it was a heritage moment.
Oh, right. I'd forgotten that.
We have
We
really
had that
weird
ad about the
heritage
lady
moments.
that's like, "This is your brain on drugs," and then she just starts smashing her kitchen.
We had that.
Yeah,
too.
but let's face it. In the 70s, they had really weird posters. Like there was that one of like the sad kid who was sitting against a wall. It was like, I tried marijuana once. Now I'm gay. Like it was fucking weird, man. Like
Yay. Yeah.
I learned it from watching you.
Or what was it? The one where there's two people and they're naked and the guy's like blowing a French horn into a woman's ass and it says, "Is this normal? No, it's not. Don't do marijuana, kids." It's like, I want to believe that's not real, but why do I have a feeling that was?
what gets me is if it wasn't drawn, that means that there were actors and there was a director going, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Which means
All right.
Dude, the
There
paycheck's
was-
a paycheck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But my favorite part is that there was a pitch meeting where someone was like, all right, so this is what the guy's gonna have a French horn, right? And she's gonna be like completely bent. It's gonna be like pointed right at her ass. You have like the executives going, all right, I just want to point this out. I'm with you until the end here. So but please continue. Anyway,
All
D&D.
right, I'm gonna start this game because we can. I think for one of our
humans
promo
are
videos, I'm just gonna
fucking
put
weird.
together all of our here's some of our banter because these are some bizarre conversations.
Top
Bizarre,
10
but true.
homoerotic moments.
All right, so as you all remember, you were just about to approach this great golden citadel. And this is where we resume our game.
Now, you see, that's just something that always blows my mind. Giants, yet somehow they're always loaded. They always dress like they're homeless, but yet they're always loaded. How?
That's it. that is that's a horrible thing to say. That hill giants, for the most part, don't really have like societal structure. They're very singular. They don't really meet up unless it is to mate or kill each other for territory. As you get up there, like cloud giants and storm giants are actually quite sophisticated. They have their own culture, their own forges. You're going to be very hard pressed to find a better forge master than a fire giant, for example. There's a lot of it that a lot of people just take for granted. So just in future, just maybe keep that particular racial stereotype to it.
I'm just going based off of what I've seen my entire
I mean,
life.
I think it's also pretty bad to say the hill giants don't have a culture. I'm sure they have their own unique ways.
It's mostly like to crush now.
Well, that's a pretty bad stereotype, don't you think?
It's not. It's not.
Have you ever taken a second to sit and talk with one?
Tried, didn't work. He said like to crush now, and then attempted to crush me.
Yep. There was I remember my Uncle Donnie, back whenever he was still alive, there was this brothel up in the mountains that he would go to, and it was a giant brothel. That's what they used to ask him all the time. Crush now? So, yeah. He took me there for my 18th birthday. It was kind of cool.
That explains why you were MIA for a year. You came back and you said your legs were broken for some reason. I never quite understood why.
It was so worth it. A year recovery for that, it was worth it.
Gross. Well, I'm never getting that out of my head. Let's go, shall we?
All right. So, you climb up the colossal stairway. It is quite cumbersome, as it is made for legs roughly 5 times the length of your own.
I will be helping Nanners.
I will be galloping up, jumping. A lot.
And as you all approach, the great doors open, revealing a very bright, almost wincingly bright chamber with a black and white tile floor and these great golden pillars reaching up to the ceiling, and inoffensive music playing through the lobby.
Wow, I'm feeling very unoffended right now.
Right?
That is a very it's a very neutral sounding melody, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't understand the black and white floors with the gold. It's just kind of unsettling to me. But, don't mind me.
I mean, it's to each their own, I suppose. I mean, if you're going to make a... Maybe it has something to... I knew one kingdom, really, gold was one of their main... they had like 14 mines in their territory. So gold was literally on everything, right? But black and white was on their... well, not black and white, but they had specific colors on their flag. So those colors mixed with gold did not go together, like at all. But they were there because it was a symbol of the realm, and they had gold to spare, so they just used it.
Yeah, I guess they could have, redesigned. Look. Anyway, I digress. Don't listen to me.
You know what else is black and white?
Penguin.
Chessboards?
Pirate flags.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
And before you, at a colossal desk, is a well-dressed cloud giant with spectacles and a pointed beard, who is quietly sorting through a binder full of papers. He writes with an ornate quill pen.
Told you. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
his chair groans. He leers over the desk, looking first up and around before seeing you all down. You are only reaching about a third of the desk's height. Hello.
Sorry to interrupt. Our airship was kind of crashed into your cloud. We humbly request if you could help us with repairs, and then we can just get out of your way. We would be happy to pay. We have some food and wine. Pretty sure someone's got brandy somewhere. Where is brandy?
I have a lot of Slim Jims.
And Werther's.
One moment, please. Please make yourselves comfortable. And he gestures over to an assortment of chairs. Unfortunately, they are all a little bit big for you. And then he stands up and he walks away from the desk and enters a back room.
You know, this is kind of cool. It's the first time I've
I
actually.
see all these faces etched in the walls. Like there's faces just in every corner watching us. Does anyone else see that, or is it just me?
Ooh. Shauna, actually, feel free to make me a knowledge religion check or a... let's see, what sort of histories and lores do you have? Or a lore academia check, please. Alright, so, yeah, you know that some of these, there are a lot of kind of classic tales. Think like the equivalent of, the Odyssey or Sophocles, things like that. They just have these very well-known portraits of famous either historical or fictional characters from many different cultures throughout multiple eras. Some are foreign to you, but a lot of them these are kind of stories you can't not learn, growing up with a thirst for knowledge. And yes, they are all just sort of depicted leering and looking at you lot as you scurry into your chairs. I'm going to get acrobatics and athletics checks from everybody to see who has been able to make it into their chairs.
No, I'm staying down here. My arms can't handle this. I'm not even trying. I'll break my spine.
Fair enough.
I was going to help Manners and the character.
No, I'm good down here.
Not trained in either.
And oopsie daisy. Oh man, this is like back when I was a baby sitting in my dad's chair. Oh, smells a lot better though.
Just blast.
Selena, unfortunately,
What?
you are unable to make it.
Blast. No, there.
What?
You see all the heroes of old, right?
Yeah.
That one over there. Testicles the Brave.
Hey, I have a quick question. Who's leading this conversation with this fine man we just met?
Actually, because I'm gonna put you on hold there for a moment. I think we need superheroes with Testicles the Brave. I can't not get on that. So,
You're
not
gonna jump
everybody
on
knows.
testicles. Okay, cool.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Not everybody knows the story of Testicles the Brave. So we're gonna go into that tale of who was Testicles the Brave and what was it that this Testicles did that was so renowned. So we will begin with Charlie, who will be playing Testicles the Brave, and then please introduce your cohorts as you as a normal superheroes game, as you will.
Do not worry, fear his little citizens. I, Testicles the Brave, will stop this tsunami from washing away this island nation. I will summon all of my manly, masculine bravery right from my loin. There! I am finished! And now I will punch the tsunami, for I am brave. Testicles has said so. Now! You there! Yes, you.
Me?
Come here. Yes. Come
Yeah.
here. Come here. And you are going to aid Testicles. From this day forward, what is your name? It does not matter. From this day forward, I name you Raphael, the little one. And Raphael, the little one, you will hold Testicles. You will hold the Testicles
Okay.
while I... What are you doing?
You wanted me to hold. Is that what we're doing?
I am Testicles. You not my actual. You have to hold.
I'm sorry. They were just.
This happens. This happens all the time. It is okay. Holding the Testicles firm. Not that firm. Thank you. Thank you, Raphael. Now, we are going to need more. Go,
Well,
Raphael. Recruit.
Yes, sir. Well, coming down from our castle of our king, he is someone who can help you out. It is our lord, King Hongdong.
Ah, good. Good. The innuendo squad is taking shape. Slowly becoming firm in the face of this growing threat.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but hear all the nonsense going on outside here. What is the meaning of this? I
King
hear there is
Hongdong.
tsunami. I do not see tsunami. Instead, I see statutory rape.
Do you not
Like-
see that the tide has receded? This
I'm
is
only-
classic sign of tsunami.
I hear you yelling at young boy there to hold your testicles.
No, I said hold Testicles. I am Testicles. My name is Testicles.
Why are you demanding young boys hold you up?
I need to be braced. You
By
do
a
not
young
understand.
boy.
He was the only one around. You were over there using yourself as kickstand. I did not understand, nor did I question Testicles. It is not for Testicles to judge. However, Testicles will now punch the incoming tsunami with his mighty fist of groin bravery.
Okay, I'm going to need to call my royal guard. Mr.
Yes.
Sakadik, please come here. Musta, I am calling for you. Come here, come hither.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mr. Suckerdick, I think you should arrest this man for indecent behavior.
I'm not. There is nothing.
He is
going on. Yeah,
thrusting air in front of small boy. I think he should go to prison.
there is no thrusting happen. The only thrusting will be my fist into the face of this incoming tsunami.
No. You have the handcuffs. I don't have any anymore.
Why are there handcuffs? Again,
To arrest
it is not for
you.
Testicles to judge. Ah, here comes the tsunami now. Do not worry,
Hmm.
for Testicles is used to being showered with not only praise, but moisture as well. So,
No. She's too much.
This police report will be so great it will go up on the palace walls.
yes, tell of Testicles' bravery. Tell of the bravery of Raphael, the little one. tale of the
No, I
bravery
think
of
we'll
King
just tell
Hondo.
the tale of your guilty verdict.
This will go down in history. This mighty wave will not crush this tiny, small island kingdom for as long as Testicles remains firm and held upright. Anyway, that was archaeologists.
Small child, please release the testicles from your grasp.
So, anyway, well, there's not really a moral to the story, but archaeologists, according to my parents, they were just now finding out where that island was, completely washed away by the tsunami.
You know, my father, he actually stole King Hongdong's sleeve.
Did he?
Yeah, that thing was... a horrible smell from the inside of it, but I mean, it was worth a pretty penny.
Oh, my sleeve.
And with that, the giant
ghost
comes back, just sort of humming along to himself.
Yes, real quick, who's leading this conversation? Whoever it is, I need to talk to. 1 sec.
I can.
Okay, come here.
No.
No, that is not.
Ogres and giants are very close in heritage.
No.
Okay, continual racism. Yeah, I think you
Works.
should sit this one out.
We'll just
Someone with a little bit more finesse.
right.
You know what's bad? I can't even remember what I am. I'm half orc, not half ogre.
And so
Wow.
Okay, everything
stands at
come
his
here. I think I
desk
need to talk to you for a
and
second.
waits
Right.
for somebody to approach the desk.
So be right with you just 1 second. Yes.
Hey, before he goes up there, I have a fun little ability. I'm just gonna fluff up his shirt collar a little bit, unbutton the top button, straighten out his hair, tweak appearances. You get a +1 diplomacy. Actually, hold on. I gotta double check my proficiencies.
I kind of picture you like he's a little smudge.
Where is
that
it?
was
Okay, yeah, +1 diplomacy.
thank you.
You just look a little spiffier this way.
No, I appreciate it. And wasn't 4 hours ago. I was hit by a cannonball. Ow. Right.
Okay, go.
Hello, sir. Sorry. I just
Yes. Thank you for visiting. We'll get you to fill out the form F-M2. And he hands you this giant piece of paper.
right. Do you
Want me to take
have
that?
something a little bit more in my size?
Here, I got it. Thank you.
I'm afraid
No.
we do not get many visitors outside of our own kind, but please allow me
Fair
to
enough.
copy these and present you with something a little more suitable to your size.
Or if you could just put it down here so I can write on it.
May I interject and use my courtly graces here?
Absolutely.
God, yes, please.
So, may I please just ask, is your supervisor around?
Ah, right. So, Shauna, if you are attempting to persuade, please feel free to make a diplomacy roll.
Roll for Karen.
I didn't go Karen. I could.
Okay. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that the supervisor is indisposed at this time. I, however, am authorized to answer any and all questions you may have. If you have trouble filling out the form, I am at your disposal.
No,
I was hoping. You know, I really love that tie. That tie is so beautiful, and you know, I wish I knew where to get it. Get one in my my captain size. You know, a little boss gift. So, do you work here daily? Are you here all the time? Okay, I'm distracting him
Yes.
now. Go run around.
All right, and with that, Shauna, actually, with your success, Eridan or anybody attempting to sneak around, you can please make a stealth check. And
I am going like now with the paper on the ground. I'm like holding the pen and just being like, all right,
Right.
I'm not sneaking around. Like I thought we were being nice guests here. Why are we being so snoopy?
You got better handwriting than me. You got
You're
better
all-
handwriting than me, Eridan.
I'll give you all
We're
a
gonna be
moment to
here for a year.
decide out of game. Shauna
well,
is.
I was going to fill out the form.
Okay, fair enough. So,
I had a question of my own for the gentleman, but once he's not less disposed.
yep, you're more than welcome, because right now Shauna is just engaged in distracting small talk. And Shauna, he is totally, hanging on to your every word. So, Nanners, at any moment, if you would like to intercede, please,
Hey,
please
excuse
do
me,
so.
sir. I was just wondering myself.
Oh, yes.
Do you happen to know the coordinates of this location relative to the coordinates of the, I hope it's not offensive to say surface world?
Oh, it is not offensive at all. Yes, we do indeed have a map, and I can provide you with a map. I would be most happy to. And he, doesn't leave the room. He simply goes behind the desk and pulls out a large map. And here we have it. In a moment, once it loads. Apparently it's not loading. Let's try that a second time.
Race.
Hooray!
Gender. Male. He.
There we go. So he highlights a point at the top where you pretty much where the banner of Sea of Storms in. It's like, we are just above an area known on your map as the Vale. We are situated at the top of this mountain as it comes through the lower layer of cloud. We have simply enchanted the clouds, and you are here. I hope this has been helpful.
Oh, very much. I'm just clearing the stuff off my screen so I can actually see it.
Denomination. Sorry, denomination?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean patron god? Is that what he meant?
Patron god
Ah.
or temple.
Right.
So excuse me, how much of this do we really need to fill out? You know, I mean, there's some things that we could possibly omit, right? I mean, just because.
Shauna, please give me another diplomacy check as you attempt to persuade him to be a little bit more lenient on you. Ooh, very good, Shauna. Okay, so, well, I suppose the form is a little bit formal, and if you're looking to streamline your request, I can simply move it up the pipeline. As you fill out the form, I suppose I can simply leave a direct note with the incident crew and hopefully speed up your journey. But I'm afraid I do need some sort of formal written matter to log the incident.
Of course, of course.
Thank you so much.
So I'm just going to be undisclosed because I'm not actually sure where my fate lies. If I'm
I
completely
think we can
honest.
skip that one.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip that one. Okay.
All right, and so anybody looking at him can give me a perception roll, because that was a particularly interesting thing to say. Alright, so Vlas and Nanners, you both notice there is a slight souring of his face when Eridan confesses he does not know where his faith lies. What that means is, you don't know, but obviously it seems to have hit him the wrong way.
Alright, since I catch this, I'm just gonna kind of speak too arrogant, but loud enough so everyone can hear. Like, oh, but weren't you discussing how interesting you were finding I think it was the sun goddess that you were mentioning that you were thinking of maybe checking that sort of sect out, I think is the proper phrasing.
Is there like an insight or type
It's
check
just,
to see if I can
It's just
pick up
perception
where?
or
Okay.
any other oh, good lord.
You pick up what I'm putting down.
Yes, you do.
Yes, that is actually quite true. I have been leaning towards well, we've come across a number of dark and undead entities, and I know that the goddess of the sun abhors anything that's anything of darkness and likes to dispel that sort of thing, and it does kind of lean me towards her favor, as it were. I know sadly little about it though, so perhaps once we're done, you could I don't know, give me a tour.
And that was the magic word. All right, so his demeanor shifts at that. And he goes, a tour. 1 moment, please. And then the ground shakes a little bit as there is a skip in the giant's step as he moves off towards the back room.
That is the single most excited giant I think I've ever seen in my life. Now I have to fill this thing out. Right. How do you?
Yeah, a tip from someone a little more experienced.
What's
unless
another
you
word?
have a solid religion that does not oppose whatever religion you walked into pretty literally, it's probably a good idea to just lie.
That's fair. That's
At
fair. Good
one
call.
atheist to another.
Good catch. Good catch. Thank you.
As you were all
It's
waiting,
my
we're
bacon
gonna
plenty of
give-
times.
We're gonna ask
What's another
everybody to
wo-
help
what's a more
Aridin finish up this form.
What's a better word for pirate?
Entrepreneur.
Explorer.
Sea
Ooh.
scoundrel. What?
Explorer. Entrepreneur's good.
Could
Explorer's
also
a little
just
bit better.
put sailor.
Yeah, but that means normally sailors are have their loyalty based on a specific navy. Explorer, you don't necessarily have to have allegiances with any.
We
one-
haven't really done like any piracy either. I feel like
No.
explorer is just actually more accurate.
No.
Well,
you can
it's
s-
it's
an
mostly
ar-
because of the crew. They
an
come across
artist,
the crew.
an artist in involuntary trading.
Okay, we don't need to fluff up our resume that much.
I like where your head's at. Just let's Explorer.
So hey, I think I'm thinking about something right now.
Not now, Blas.
It's about the comment we made earlier about the floor.
Oh, yeah. What?
The black and white tile in a giant golden palace.
No.
I'm starting to think it's symbolic. I don't
And
think
on
they-
that ominous note, Aridin, the last part is simply to leave your signature on the page, and
This is going to be interesting. Huh? Calligraphy with two. Yeah. All right.
Here, you need some help here.
No, stop. I can. Thank you. I can work my own tip. God, why do I say the weirdest things?
That's
Thank you. I do not need help manhandling my shaft.
Change.
Will you stop? All right, I know how to drive stick. Fuck you, spell my name.
You can
Good
drive
timing,
sticks. I want to see that.
And
You know what you're doing.
as you finish
I know.
up, the giant reappears from the back room, the door gently sliding open and sliding closed behind him. He comes out with some very nice laminated placards. And and they have been sized somewhat crudely, admittedly, like trying to tie a small piece of string. And he hands them to each one of you. These will be your passes to tour the temple. I'm sure Her Majesty would be delighted to have you, and tell you as much as you are keen to hear about Serenray and the good god of golden light. In the meantime, thank you very much for filling out the form. Our hazard staff will tend to your ship and make sure that your crew, Nathan Fielder and company, are tended to and given proper accommodations. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Just a fair warning. They may be a little bit irritable. We were attacked by a wyvern upon crashing.
Has that wyvern been out again? Very well.
Yes.
We will have somebody go around and destroy it.
We managed to get it. We managed to scare it off. It's just they might be on high alert.
If the wyvern, it stole my dagger from me. Well, I guess not so much stole. I rammed it in his throat and it got away from me.
For the recovery of stolen property, I will have you fill out form F-M7. Just one moment, please. And there is unfortunately another minor delay, as you are asked to fill out another form.
While this being filled out, I also want to know, is there any off-limit areas, just to make sure we don't accidentally violate any rules that we're not aware of?
Yes. However, fortunately, everything is designed to react to the passes that you hold. The passes will allow you entry into all hospitable areas and forbid you from entering any private areas.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You are very welcome. We look forward to having you enjoy your stay at the temple. Please just follow this corridor.
Let's just throw this around my shoulder.
Yes.
Vlas, to finish up your
Put it on
the filling out of your form.
I think one of us should just quickly scurry back to the ship to give them a heads up of what's about to happen, so they don't think that the giant is trying to kill them. I know we gave the giants a warning, but we should probably let our crew know too.
I can do it since I'm a pretty fast runner.
And also to, remind them that we're explorers. Just in case the crash messed with their head a bit. Wink.
Type of item. Dagger.
2 Gs.
So, Vlas, to finish up your form, I am gonna get a. We need a good skill check here. This is probably going to be either a diplomacy check or a society.
It's a big
both of
pen.
which
He
you're
gotta be
actually fairly
acrobatic.
Proficient in. I'd say no. This is going to be a society check or a thievery check if you're going to attempt to forge or lie.
We'll do the thievery.
All right. So, Vlas, you just kind of skim through. You fill out a lot of bullshit. You make up a birthday, etc. The only thing you care about is your dagger. You put in its worth to be much more valuable than it actually is.
Yep. If I can't get it back, I'm getting paid. Yep. Alrighty. Here you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And so,
Nice.
you guys are off.
God, this thing's heavy.
Now,
Yep.
sorry, please quickly, somebody was going to go and warn your crewmates, or were you just moving along?
I think Selena said she was gonna, and then changed her mind. Which is fine, it's her call.
Did anybody notice any plants? Because I can talk to the plants and then they can talk to each other and then we can relay the message kind of like telephone, but hopefully it won't be too messy.
Oh, you mean like the king of you mean like the king of Togo Togo?
Yeah.
No one else knows that story?
No.
Oh. The king of Togo Togo has 2 horns. The barber found out the king has horns and was sworn to secrecy, but eventually she started to crack, so she went like very, very, very far away, dug a hole in the earth, said the king of Togo Togo has 2 horns into the earth, and then covered it. And she felt better because she finally just said the thing out now, but by the time she got back to the kingdom, everyone knew because each piece of grass whispered, the king of Togo Togo has 2 horns. And it
Well, at
just
least they kept
eventually-
the message right.
Don't worry. I know what I'll do. Hang on. I got this. This is why. Okay. Go ahead and put that around that. Okay. Let's go ahead. Get it done. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and fire this up. Like,
What do you
it's gonna be like artillery. I'm just gonna fire it at them. It's gonna land on the deck. They're gonna see it. They're gonna
We
pick it up.
can walk to the
How long did it
boat.
take us to get here? It didn't take
It-
us days.
It took us hours to get
Okay.
hit. You're not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, first things first. You're not gonna point that thing at me again. Otherwise, I'm gonna make you eat it. Second, what the hell? You planning on lobbing a bullet?
No, I've tied it to. I've wrapped the note around the cylinder that I had in my bag, and I'm gonna fire it like a cannonball, like they do, like a. I cannot remember the word.
How many miles do you think are in 2 hours of travel?
Oh, don't. Yeah, that's not a.
So
Well,
how about I fly? Here, I can fly over. I can go fly, tell them not to worry, and then I can fly right back.
Okay,
Sounds
then.
good. Fantastic.
Okay,
Let's do that.
fantastic.
Okay. Have fun.
This spell makes me
I'm-
cry, so just bear with me.
I just want to shoot. I just want to shoot something.
I know you want to shoot something, but it's physically impossible to cover
You
that.
And
should
she
ask if
flies
they
off.
have a firing range. You could shoot very big stuff.
Well, that's
Alrighty.
one thing you also got to realize. We walked. 2 hours of walking is not that far.
It was 6 hours. And so, Selena, even with the fly spell, you are unfortunately gone quite some time, but I won't make you everybody go through that. And do we we're going to go to intermission now, I think, and then when we come back, we will continue with the temple tour. All right, everybody. We will see you
All right.
in about 10 minutes. And yeah, thank you all for joining us. Intermission is happening as soon as I press this button. I am on the wrong page. Intermission's happening now. See y'all in a moment. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed your intermission. I went and had a bunch of candy, so I certainly did. Well, thank you very much, Phoenix. Stay as long as you can. We're happy to have you. Same with all our viewers. Please feel free to say hi and introduce yourself in chat. And feel free to suggest some nonsense. Actually, I should start linking a short list of the improv games in the description so people can kind of see what we're on about. But let's get right into this with today's game judge and bit of acting judge, Tom. Tom, please tell us, what do you think so far?
I'm really having a lot of fun outside of the whole game that turned very sexual very fast and made me a bit uncomfortable. I can speak for a lot of viewers when I say made me a bit uncomfortable, but that's
Sounds like
okay.
a you problem.
A lot of things are a Tom problem. Well, that being said, it was fun though. It was fun, and a big thing that I'm noticing is Kurt, you're staying in character left, right, and center. There is no downtime whatsoever, and I'm just loving every minute of it. I find myself watching you more than I'm watching everyone else right now because you're always in character. Another thing, Ryan, I really love just your minor little buff. Just your little itty bitty buff, because sometimes that +1 can make the world a difference.
He didn't even use it.
I know, he didn't even roll. I noticed that. Like, he's not rolling.
You didn't ask me to roll.
Yeah, I admit I might have had something to play in that as well, but
Yeah, but
because the
these are things
those
that I'm
got
just
handed a
enjoying so
form,
much.
So I'm like, okay. So, but Charlie, I will let you keep that +1 for your next diplomacy check because it has to. One, it hasn't worn off. It's essentially for your next attempt at diplomacy.
I did get spiffied up.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So yeah, I like that too. But so it will be used. So we are going to return now. Selena, just to make things a little difficult, I am going to give you 1 level of fatigue because this trip was a little bit longer than you assumed it would be.
By
And,
the by, the spiffy appearance, according to the spell, this bonus lasts until the ability is used on the target again, the situation they were prepared for ends, or they change to their next outfit.
Okay. So yeah, it's just on.
So it's ongoing as long as I'm trying to make him spiffy for the Giants.
It makes sense, really. It's not like, if you
You following close behind, randomly like straightening the back of my shirt.
Aw. Our dear sweet
I
Moses.
am a grandma.
All right, and so now we return to Selena bursts through the doors, out of breath.
Genre. Western.
A smoky
Ooh,
saloon. Actually, I'm pretty sure, thank you, Tabletop Audio and Sirenscape, I'm pretty sure I have a good Western audio here. Sun-Dappled Trail. Charlie, are you eating undisclosed meat?
No.
I think that's
Candy.
a Twizzler.
Oh,
No, it's a
right.
nib.
Yes, we went through this last time. It's a nib,
Oh
not
wow,
a
you
Twizzler.
weird ass Canadians.
The superior licorice. Yes.
Okay, Ryan,
like
or
licorice.
next time we're in, next time
You
I'm
and your
meeting up with somebody, I'm
chocolate
gonna bring you...
Smarties. What the hell is wrong with you?
Smarties are basically just M&M's.
Chocolate.
Yeah,
Smarties.
meanwhile, our Smarties are these fun little tart candies.
We have the
We
tart
have sweet
candies as
tarts.
well.
Those garbage candy.
Garbage candy. I love that.
No, not sweet tarts. They're a bit sweeter than tart. But
No,
they
I'm
still
talking
taste better.
about your Smarties. Garbage candy. They're chalk.
Have you ever seen a middle schooler snort them like cocaine?
Oh no, I've seen them tap them and smoke them though.
Yeah,
You
I've
can
seen
inhale
I've
them.
seen them just treat Smarties like actual drugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Kids
full on
used to put
commit
them
to
in
the bit,
pop
snorting them up
Or
their nose.
soda.
I think we
Kids
just
these
isolated
days.
why diabetes is on the rise in the States.
If they can,
lot
they
of
will
reason.
eat it.
Right here.
Woo!
Alright, so, it's a smoky saloon. A slew of characters. Wait. It is a sweltering day. The bartender polishes glasses. A couple fellers are playing cards. When in walks the lady deputy, bursting through the saloon doors, out of breath.
Well, look what done breezed in through the door.
Well, you might want to keep your trap shut, cause I'm not in the mood. Cause I just hauled my ass all the way to another county. I will never volunteer for that shit again.
Easy now, deputy. I ain't hurting nobody. I didn't mean nothing by it.
I
That
need
must
a
be one
drink.
hell of a workout. Hauling that big thing back and forth.
Hey,
Well, I'm just saying.
If you all gonna kick his ass, I'm getting out of the way. You just say the word and I'll leave.
Oh, no, you can stay. It's all right.
I always did love a good show.
Well, stay tuned, feller. Stay tuned.
Speaking of shows, it's time for the burlesque show.
Oh.
You know, normally I'd be turned off by someone of her age, but the enthusiasm alone is enthralling.
I make it work.
That's
And
right.
with that, we have a short interlude of, I've changed up the music here, of the burlesque show. Ryan, take it away.
I can't show my legs because the camera's so high up, but I'll just do like, ooh, yeah. And then I do the can because I think they do that.
She likes to keep them riveted.
Every cowboy has ADHD. I gotta keep them distracted. Now I do a square dance.
Anyway, Glass, you don't worry about nothing. We'll get you in a situation you can fire off that cannon of yours. I know your trigger finger's been kind of itching.
Yeah, I've been having it. Just go. I gotta shoot something. I don't know what, but I gotta shoot something.
I hear
Now,
you.
And now
Deputy
it's time
Shauna.
for the educational portion. Don't die of dysentery.
Oh, this
Make
one's
sure to
good.
drink the clear running water. Not the
See?
horse trough. Please stop drinking the horse trough, guys. The bartender asked me to let you know that.
Glass,
I drank out of the horse trough one time.
it's enough to get dysentery, isn't it?
But look, I needed a drink and I didn't feel like coming in because all of you people were in here, so I just took a drink outside.
Now,
So,
Deputy
anyway.
Selena, you were here out of breath to remind everybody that you all got to get prim and proper because you're about to go tour the new church. And, well, the Reverend likes everybody getting prim and proper before they go to church.
Oh, the church doesn't welcome me anymore, not after that.
Well, you just wipe the dust off and scrape off the cow shit and let's go. Okay, you need to straighten your hat and it'll be all right. They're not that judgy. They're little, but not that judgy. So come on, we gotta go because I just spent 6 hours telling people that they don't need to shoot these people that are coming down the road because some people are really judgy and it's just we just gotta be on our best behavior because this is an important tour and we really need to be on our best behavior. Please, Vlass, please, for the love of God, please just be on your best behavior. Please, I'm begging you.
When am I not on my best behavior?
It's easier to count the times that you have, and I'd like to add this to that count today.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Did you die? No, you did not.
But I came so close.
That's what she said.
That's
Alright,
almost died too when he got the dysentery.
And with that, well done, everybody. That was great. You all get a complimentary rose, and we're going to extend Nanner's bonus to, instead of you all doing a +1, I will just change the difficulty mod so things are going to get a little bit easier whenever you are rolling a diplomacy check.
See, guys, that's what a good striptease gets you.
Oh my. And with that,
Everyone's dressed their best. Nanners is in a burlesque.
Like, I can't even
Someone
be mad at
needs
this
to
right now.
draw this.
I can't even be mad at this right now. Like, this is incredible. Nanners, like, where have you been hiding that?
Mike's tugging at his collar because he's like, "Ooh, getting hot in here."
I'm taking my collar because I got a new shirt and it
Oh,
You
sure,
can't see it, but
excuses,
there's like a little-
excuses.
rash patch.
Easy now, Nanners. He's a married man. He gets a little nervous when he starts looking at other people.
All right.
I have that effect on people.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue. Well, the music tries to reset itself. It's doing something strange, and you are essentially at your leisure. The clerk kind of motions for which corridor to go down, and when you are ready, you are invited to continue your tour along the temple.
All right. Well, I will happily tour the temple.
All right. So you go through the big corridor attached to the parlor. And, well, it's kind of like you were expecting. The checkered floor continues. There are still these giant golden pillars. You see the occasional guard standing duty. They look and acknowledge you, but are very adamant on keeping a firm watch. Not at you, just simply in general. And as you continue along, you see more carvings, and I'll let anybody make a society or a history or lore check that they might have if they'd like to identify more about these structures.
I don't think my underworld lore is gonna help up here. It's kind of
No,
the
I'm
opposite.
afraid not. Alright, Vlas, you are unfortunately a little distracted by the gold and all the sparkly things that your thieves' instincts are really cutting into. You know that, if someone can distract the guard, you can very easily chisel off a nugget of this. It's very tempting. Shauna.
Not as tempting as me, big boy.
Shauna, you are welcome to make an Arcana or a religion check if you would like. But you do not have to. Or Academia, that was the other one. There was another one. Alright, so, yeah. So you're all getting something a little different. Eridan, you are seeing, many relics from many societies that you've learned about. It seems as though as you go along the corridor, this is, kind of the history of the world as you know it. And it's all the kind of the classic stories, the rise and fall of great empires. And it's told from, you're surprised that it's not just the point of view of the giants. These are kind of like the, what might be considered the standard Valorum canon, with a few excerpts and notes from other cultures. These giants, to you, seem to be very multicultural. Selena, you notice a little bit.
Casually walk over to Vlas.
What?
Stuff it.
I'm just checking to make sure it's real. Sometimes that's all I'm doing.
Selena, with your Arcana check, you notice, you felt there's something a little bit suspicious about the glow of these etchings in the gold. And sure enough, you are able to discern, just the way they sort of shift and hit the light, that, these are kind of enchanted. So it's obviously not written in the common tongue. It's going to be written in the language of the giants. So this is essentially a translation filter, so it allows the story to be told in the tongue and the methods that you are most familiar with.
I said something about the floor earlier, and the faces that were etched in the walls, and these giants, they do seem very, very civil and kind and welcoming, and I guess after all of my travels, I've become a little bit more cynic because I've seen how so many good people, especially in the clergy, so many good people have gone bad. So it's just, that's why, I was eager about, kind of sneaking in, and I know that was wrong, but just because I have this feeling that something's just not quite right. Does anyone else get that at all? Or am I just way off base here? Because sometimes I can be off base.
My opinion is, whether something is wrong or everything's perfectly fine, we are stranded, literally in the sky, surrounded by a bunch of very large people who could just step on us very easily. And I feel like we don't have much choice in any matter here, other than, if we play along and they're nice, then, it's mutually beneficial. We all have a good time, and we play along and they're mean, well, we don't get stepped on as quickly.
You're so wise, Nanas. I appreciate you, because I get lost in my own, cynicism.
And I don't mean to say play along rudely, it's just the best word I could think of.
No, you're not wrong. My mum used to say that cynicism was the first part of being an adventurer. After a few years of experience, that cynicism just becomes cautious. Because it's easy to think the worst about someone and then be surprised if they're very kind or positive. However, in diplomatic situations, that can backfire quite easily, because if you're surprised that someone's acting kind, they're going to take offense to that, which could sour negotiations afterwards.
Right, I'm not going to tell him. Yeah.
Did you also notice something that he said? He said, Your Highness.
Yeah.
How many giant cultures, peoples, have you ever heard of that had a female leader? And I'm not being sexist or anything like that. Normally it's a male. They have a king. They don't really ever, if they have a queen, she's normally serving by the side of the king.
Yeah. Well, the way it's decorated, I'm really surprised it is a woman.
I'm starting to think I've got a really weird feeling, and I'm not going to say anything yet, but I'm just...
And on that note, as you guys are kind of walking along, following the mosaic, there are two other... you assume they're guards at first, but judging by the regalia, they're just simply more temple staff. And then they see you coming, and one of them smiles and approaches like, hello. I have good news. The queen herself is in and is accepting visitors at this time. We would love to have you come and meet her.
Yay! I would love to.
Really quick, because we love to be formal and not, we wouldn't want to be offend at all. But what by chance is the name of Her Royal Highness?
Oh, I'm so sorry that nobody informed you. You are in the presence of Queen Erinray.
I knew it. I knew it. Thank you so much. I need to discuss something with my colleague real quick, just because we're in the... I've heard her name before, and I realize just what greatness we are, and I need to just let him know to be on best behavior.
Vlass, make a bullshit roll. Deception, please. Nanner's bonus is going to last here. Okay, yep. Just barely, but you succeeded. Oh, of course.
Too distracted by my legs.
Aaron, come here, come here.
What? What's wrong?
Did you hear what they said?
Yeah.
That translates to Saren Ray. You realize that, right?
It also sounds like Sarah Ray. I
Yes.
managed to piece
Okay.
that together.
So here's the thing. Saren Ray is supposed to be a sun god. So either
Yeah.
we are meeting actual sun god, which I don't think is possible, or the other option is this is a fraud. And what normally happens to outsiders whenever they come in contact with a fraudulent god?
That depends.
I'm just saying, let's just stay on our toes.
Last.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate the heads up. However, in any case, if it's a god, best behavior.
Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, I'm just saying.
If it's someone posing as a god, best behavior.
Yes, I understand.
Because it's something that these people here believe in.
Right.
So you don't shatter that illusion.
Yes, I know that. I'm just saying.
Everything will be fine.
Okay.
Besides, I'm genuinely excited.
Me too. I'm excited to get out of here and not die.
What?
So, okay, let's just.
Now, sometimes I forget that you were the one that hung your bare ass out of a flotilla while spilling gold onto the masses.
Yes. Yes. I know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
To continue sort of what he was saying, is there any behavior that we are encouraged and any behavior we are discouraged from doing to best not offend Her Highness?
We are always pleased to accept any of your customs that you have to monitor your behavior, but of course, we ask that you do not draw any weapons. That will be dealt with, of course, quite severely, if so. As you see, we have allowed you to keep all of your armaments because we trust that all who enter here will be of utmost respect for her royalty, and of course, for the temple itself. So that being said, please refrain from using any vulgarities towards Her Highness unless you have something, any particular fetishes of your culture or religion that ensure that you must speak in a specific vernacular, even if it is something that some may find offensive. Does that answer your question?
In a very roundabout way, yes.
It could.
Last, please. Please don't. Please don't.
That's not what they meant. You bloody well know it.
I know.
And just make up a religion and say, oh, this is a part of my religion. We'll talk like this. Just don't.
It's me.
I know.
Trust
I'm
me.
more worried about his translation of the word fetish.
Just trust me. Like I said, giants and orcs, we share a fairly common ancestry.
But they can squish us with one foot. That's what Nana said. Let's go with that.
Well, let's just
Right.
do this.
Either way.
All right, so you are brought into this very ornate room, which is strangely slightly different than the rest.
Tom has a question.
Oh,
Can we do a change? Because I have a wonderful idea.
yes, all right.
Film noir. Mike, that includes you too.
Okay, I can do this. We had this one a couple sessions ago too. This is good. So, let me first find the right music. Trail of Ashes, I think, might work. It was a smoke-filled room and a hot afternoon. The kind that left you reaching for another glass of scotch. But nothing could wet my whistle these days. You see, the party was about to enter the chamber of Queen Ray, and having ascertained that, yes, that is a derivative of Ray, they still weren't quite sure what to expect. But then, the doors opened on a slightly demure pomp and pageantry of the giants. And one by one, our heroes went inside for another goddamn paycheck.
It was so strange walking into a place about giants. It was the first time being around giants that actually wore clothes where you didn't see their sack flapping around. They even had shoes. It was incredible. As I walked in, I had a feeling that this broad was either going to be a class act or she was going to be a bitch. Either way, we were about to find out. I looked back at Aridin, and I gave him that look. Don't worry, I got this.
And
I've
then we
seen
just...
that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've seen that look on Blast before. I didn't have the heart to tell him that he didn't have an internal monologue. He just talked out loud. It just seemed so harmless at the time. That was 10 years ago. Just became part of our repertoire. So he gave me that nod. And I knew he was going to fuck this up some way, shape, or form. I immediately started counting exits. I looked at Nanners. Sweet old Nanners. Still in her burlesque outfit. How she's rocking it at that age, I'll never know. And then
As
over.
a stripper, I know my way around big, powerful men. How to be a good girl with them. But this is the first time I've been dealing with a big, powerful lady. It put me a bit on edge. Even for all my years.
And whenever she walked in, I said she was just so pretty. Oh, the shoes. Oh, the shoes were just amazing. And you know, it was really great, but yes, I was definitely afraid that that old Vlas was just going to ruin it for everyone because, you know, he just does that. I don't know why. I think he needs some. That could be it. And he just has this irrational energy that just keeps going around and screwing everything up.
Is this Noir? Are you gossiping to your girlfriends?
I have no clue.
All right, and scene. Well done. I quite liked that. And so that is, you enter this place. Vlas mutters. Aridin looks concerned. Nanners,
Hot as hell.
hot as hell, hikes up her bustier a little bit. And Selena notices the shoes on this beautiful cloud giantess who stands before her throne. The room has several guards and attendants throughout, and the room, the gold trimmings are much more minor here. There are large columns of wood. The floor is still checkered, but it is covered in a red carpet which leads up to a throne where golden sunlight just drenches the scene. Welcome, visitors to the temple. We are delighted to have you.
I do a curtsy because my back ain't so great. That's as
Good.
far down as I can go.
It's a delight to be here, Your Highness.
Thank you for allowing us to see you.
I always do what I can to greet all visitors to her temple. It is, of course, my duty as queen and religious priestess. As, of course, the... Actually, she's not going to ramble. She's much more eloquent than me, the DM. Sometimes these things happen. She introduces herself as both queen and spiritual or temple priestess, as the roles are linked. The religious hierarch the religious hierarch is the ruler. And
Yeah, I have a request. As we're walking in,
Mhm.
it's not really something that needs to be hidden. It's not like a super conspicuous action. I'm just gonna do a little sniff test for disease.
all right.
Just something to keep in my pocket later if I notice anything.
You notice no diseases by any chance. There is just the smell of old incense that has long since burned out, and a slight smell of sweat. Other than that, you get nothing suspicious.
Okay. Once again, just something to see if I could hold on to.
Please,
Thank you very much for the audience.
What can I tell you about our great temple?
Well, you have been so kind and generous to offer your aid to myself and my comrades, including my comrades in the crashed ship in your territory. Already have run afoul of the Wyvern. Managed to drive it off, but the ships are in desperate need of repairs. And perhaps while you and yours aid me and mine in the repairs of our ship so we can get out of your way. Honestly, I'd very much like to know more about your son, Goddess, and I cannot help but notice that your name bears a striking similarity to the goddess herself. Is this a how would you put it?
Title?
A title, a symbol of authority is part of the priestesshood.
Not quite so much. She bows gracefully. I was simply named by my parents as one devoted to Sarenrae. As one might name a child after any member of a pantheon in honor of that deity. Now, I'm going to allow each of you in this moment, now that you have had a moment to talk, I would like one skill check from everybody of your choice. It can be a perception, it can be a lore, religion, society, thievery, as you are all noticing particular details.
I want to see what you can give me for this one. Or not.
Actually, you still rolled a 20, and you're a master. Alright. So, Nanners, you can't help but notice that everybody seems to be very fit, very well taken care of. Everybody is trim. The clothing is all nice, aside the slight smell of sweat. Nobody seems to be... everybody seems to be sort of a beacon of good health. Selena. Yeah, you happen to know from that role that, a lot of people do name children for deities. Some of it can, lead to something disastrous. Some of it's specifically to guide a child down a specific path, or try to get in touch with an evil deity at a later date by devoting a child to their name. But sometimes it is just completely innocent and This is just a way of honoring a pantheon or a devotion that obviously has a strong cultural significance to the parents. The only other thing you notice about her garb, Selena, is, or the only thing you notice with that role, Selena, is that her garb is just a touch more outdated than the garb matching the royal guard and some of the attendants. They all seem to match the same type of cloth or the same designs, whereas hers seems a little antique. Eridan, you notice, of course, the position of the guards. They are no nonsense. There is an ornateness to them. There is kind of a very passive, they don't give off any sort of violent vibes, but they have you in a kill box if anything goes wrong. It is, all they have to do is, they are holding pole arms. With one step, all four of them can just simply sweep you guys quite literally into the rug. You're noticing too, the windows, you are not going to be able to get through those. It is very heavy stained glass. And, you know, something forged by giants is going to take quite a lot of pummeling to try to get through. There are no mouse holes even that you can get into. The only way would be to double back and hope that the doors open again for you should something disastrous go. Or should something disastrous happen. Vlas, unfortunately, Sarenrae doesn't have much of a presence in the underworld, at least not in any good sense. Sarenrae is often, you know, people loot Sarenrae's temples because, you know, being a sun deity, there's always gold in Sarenrae's temples. And so aside from being, it's really making your thieves' fingers twitch, because not only are you in a position to get gold, but this is also, this is sanctified gold. This is pure gold. This has religious and cultural significance. It comes from a different land, the land of the giants. This could fetch a pretty penny, and you know of many people who could pay you to get some of this. And perhaps it can appease your debt with Gertie to get the ship going. But other than that, there's no connections to any other underworld rogues or ruffians that you can see here. And she continues a light monologue about the history of Sarenrae. It is all, well, for those who have been to long-winded religious ceremonies, you are getting the sense that you just walked into a long-winded religious ceremony. And so you all get a little bit of history on Sarenrae and how this kingdom was created and was made to be devoted to the goddess, and the dust flitters through the wind as the speech concludes.
So during the speech, I kind of just, you know, not loud enough to interrupt and not super long-winded to not interrupt, but I just told the group as best as I could to just trust me on this one. And I was kind of near the back, but when she finishes, I step forward and I go, I very much appreciate the time you've taken out of your surely busy schedule to enlighten us on this, for us at least, strange new land. And I mean strange in a very positive way, just new to us, suppose is a better word. And I very much appreciate the kindness and hospitableness you've provided us so far, and even going out of your way to accommodate us as best as you could on short notice, given our much different stature. Once again, a very positive. Wasn't meaning anything by that. But I would like to ask, is there anything we could do to return the kindness? Especially so we could potentially go out and experience the land for ourselves. While I very much appreciate oral history, I am a very wizened woman, as I'm sure you could see, and I've learned that seeing lands for yourself beats hearing about them any day.
Now, everybody except Nanners, give me a perception check. Okay, so, the three of you notice once Nanners offers to help, a very, very slight change comes across. Actually, I'm gonna renege Aridin with a 19. It's not enough for you to really document it. It could just be a shift in posture. But Selena, being part of the clergy, you know when clergy members are trying to save face and Vlass, you know how to look for lies. There is something about offering to help upset her just a little bit. And then as Nanners continued on about asking about the world at large and if they can go out and see, you both saw perhaps a bead of sweat run down the side of her temple. As she then quickly smiles like, oh, I'm afraid there isn't that much outside of the temple for visitors to really see. And a lot of things may be a little complicated because it is not set for, it is not necessarily accessible for individuals of your size, and I am truly sorry for this.
No, it's perfectly okay. I meant no
and there
offense
is no
by
need.
it.
There is nothing we desire. There is no need to offer aid, certainly. Although I am grateful that you would offer, but please, we are the hosts here, and it would be our honor to treat you. So please go forth and enjoy the rest of the tour. And I have been told, and she is stuttering and hesitating a little bit there, I have been told that accommodations are being prepared for you and your guests, so you don't have to worry about where to stay while your ship is being fixed.
I very much appreciate it. I do another as deep as I can courtesy. And
Thank you.
just, back away, back to the group.
All right. And with that, you are kind of... You are not told to leave? Yes? Aridin, please.
Sorry. Can I make a perception roll to see if I have a suspicion that the how can I put it? That they're either upholding like some standard or like enforceably, like that the thing that Homer did was like, I am reading this statement of my own free will, like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wanted to make a perception roll to see if I could pick up on that. If it's
Whether it's
If
more
the-
of a
if that's-
hostage thing or a saving.
yeah,
thing.
because if it's like we're leading these people to slaughter, or if it's like I can't say anything because they're watching, like that sort of thing.
Excellent. Yes. Give me a perception check. And I'm gonna get a survival check from you as well. And if you pass a 15, it's gonna bump that 23 up to a 25. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, your survival instincts know what to look for when dealing with hostage situations and interrogation situations. And so you look at the edges of her mouth, you look at the direction she's looking, and something's off, but it's not that. She doesn't seem to be in danger, but she also doesn't seem to be speaking truth. But it could also just be somebody trying to be a good hostess to strangers. That requires, knowledge about courtly graces that you don't have. But you're not getting anything dubious about her behavior. And then the door opens behind you, and the attendants don't tell you to leave, but the doors are being held open for you.
I will do it like as close to a courtly bow as I can. Thank you very much for your hospitality, and please, if you need help, don't hesitate. And I'll turn and I will leave.
Oh no, you don't. That's gonna have to be a high diplomacy check, please and thank you. Although you have Nanner's bonus, so it's still gonna stay.
Yeah, good old +1's really gonna help out here.
No, it's a critical success apparently.
29.
Because I gave you got an extra bonus because you did the thing, plus we had that really good Western genre. So I upped it to a group +2. Also, just because of the way this is set up, it's easier just to take 2 off of the DC check. Now that Eridan has a different impact. She's not sweating. She just simply, thank you. There's almost a hint of relief.
I will
Alright.
quietly just take my leave. Well then. Once we're outside, I'm kind of out of earshot of everyone.
I just want to check if I can clock the change in demeanor. Because, I was just the one talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have caught the demeanor while I was conversing, but I think I can catch a change.
Oh, yes, apparently you can. You notice that too, Nanners. Your granny instincts pick up that, oh, poor dear, there's just... It seems like somebody who's been given a cup of tea after they've had a very, very long day.
I ask one more question before I leave.
You got to bow first. Bow.
Yes. So sorry about that. If you haven't noticed, Your Highness, I'm half and half human, orc, long story, father, orc, mother, human. I know that giants and orcs seem to share common ancestry here and there. Obviously, there's orcs in this. Obviously, there's giants in the sky. Who knew? No offense. But I'm curious. Are there by chance any orcs or orc civilizations up around here as well?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a perception as they ask that. As she answered.
She looks genuinely confused.
Yes.
What? I'm just wondering.
No. Yeah, you're right. But trust me, there's more. Yeah.
The
no.
second he started talking, I'm like, I'm getting a little bit of distance here. Head towards the door, dissociating myself a little
No,
bit more.
It's a common
Come on.
thing, just common ancestry. I thought,
Come on.
giants figured out how to get up here, then maybe the orcs did too. It was just a question.
It's a good question. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you very much
so
for your time.
Thank you.
You all are kindly ushered out, and you continue the tour. And one of the attendants comes along with you and continues explaining some things. And we're going to cut away to that and close our game with one last improv challenge. So, back on the boat, the giants are arriving to do some work. And, well, the crew's been told that the giants are coming over. However, unlike the heavily bureaucratic and very friendly giants in the palace, the repair crew, they're a lot more like traditional contractors. So, we are going to have Charlie and Shauna as the... Shauna, you are going to be the forewoman of these contractors. Charlie, you are going to be the lead carpenter. And you are haggling with Nathan Fielder on the ship. And Humpa, the Scotsman cannoneer, about how much this is going to fucking cost.
Now look, I don't understand. I understand you guys want to haggle, and that's great. I just want you to take a look around. You're not going to see a whole lot of forests, all right? The fact that I'm a carpenter alone will tell you just how niche of a skill set this is. So you're paying top dollar, but you're getting quality work. You understand?
Yes,
Right,
but
right. Yeah. So I mean, either you want it fixed or you don't. I mean, because we're here. All right, we're here for you. So let us do our job, and then we'll be out of your hair, and you can go about your business. All right, yeah.
Blimey,
So-
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm just look here. Just because you're giant doesn't mean your price needs to be giant. Literally, the amount of material and wood you're going to use to fix our ship is going to cost you about the same as a fucking box of toothpicks.
Look,
Box
this
of
is high
toothpicks for who?
quality, high quality stuff.
Well, not me, you bloody bastard.
Well, I understand, but you can't do it. You can't do it. Who's gonna do it?
Well, I would like to ask about, substitutions potentially, because hi, Nathan Fielder here, very good businessman. I believe that maybe we could make a new sort of boat, completely rebrand ourselves as balloon explorers. Do you think that would be possible to tie balloons to every part of the ship, and then that will float us across the ocean?
Okay, look.
That's
If you
that's
happen
the
to land in
completely.
water because the thing deflated, then what? Why don't we just go with the simple stuff, fix the hole in the boat, and you can add a balloon later if you want to.
Change.
Can we?
You just let us fix it, and you can paint it pink. I don't care.
You know.
We just get kicked off.
Yeah, sorry about that. Loading it back up.
We just got kicked.
Well, I would
Let's
like
just
to
keep-
negotiate
this
as
is just
well.
a role-playing thing.
Could
so
you
we're...
throw in the pink paint for free?
No, we don't have that here because we're all about gold and black and
Well,
white.
you just
apparently.
offered, so why are you?
No,
Why are you taking
No,
it
I
back?
said
Hang
I
on,
don't
you can
hang
understand.
paint it pink. You can
Hang
paint
on.
it pink after we've done our job.
Well,
off
how can I
board.
paint it pink if there's no pink paint?
That's up to you.
No
You can
one
paint
is-
it pink. You
If
can
you
paint
don't
it
have
purple,
pink
whatever
paint, how do
have
you even know what
available.
pink paint is?
Well, I'm just
Right,
saying
so-
you can do what you want to do after we're done.
Right. Well, you're not a businessman, and how would you know what a business is? That's my
Well, I
point.
am a
Point-
businessman. I'm a very good businessman.
You're making this
It
very
says you.
difficult. You're making this very difficult. So
Look,
either you
I'll-
want it
I'll-
done or you don't.
You either want us to repair the ship, or do you want us to rebuild the ship? Because like you're bitching about the cost of repairing a ship.
Exactly.
You're talking about, and now you're talking about making a completely different kind of ship. Now, don't get me
That's
wrong, we can
astronomical.
do it, but I gotta go get my cousin. All right, and Greg, fantastic guy, Greg. he's very, very good at aeronautics, and just cloud giants. We deal with air all the time. We can do this. It's not a problem. But if you're bitching about the cost of fixing your sailing ship compared to making you an airship, holy shit, bro! You are
need
not
to
gonna
talk
like.
to your supervisor about that, because I didn't get that word from my supervisor, and even though I'm in charge of this thing, we gotta have some I's dotted and T's crossed before we can move forward.
I didn't mention the price once. That was
No,
was a
but your
weird
partner
Scottish
did.
guy.
So you need to check your monkey.
Alrighty.
So,
And
let's-
so I had to
Monkey.
leave because I wasn't sure if this was going to come back in time, so I got an old-fashioned D20. We are going to have to settle this with an intimidation check from the Giants versus a diplomacy check from the crew. So,
No, I
Tom.
want Nathan Fielder to roll intimidation too.
Okay, it's intimidation versus intimidation. Tom, I'm gonna let you put in chat discreetly the bonuses for each team, up to a +5. So, let me know plus whatever for the Giants, plus whatever for the boat, and I'll do the roll.
Did I get my froggy dice for Nathan Fielder? I can roll my froggy.
Yes, roll your frog for Nathan.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab my froggy.
Alright. That, even though you're cloud giants, contractors.
Okay, I'm rolling my froggy.
New York.
Here he is. You probably can't see him very well, but there he is. He's in the
Aw,
die.
cute.
Alrighty. So roll, and I'll let you know what the end result
That's a
is.
16.
Ooh. Alright, Tom, I'm not sure if you've put anything in chat yet, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
Why
I
don't
don't see it either.
Yeah, neither
okay.
do I.
Okay, never
Might
mind.
have
So
sent
I'll
it
just say it.
directly.
Oh, okay, my bad. +3 for carpenters, +2 for the workers.
Okay, so 16 becomes an 18, and Giants, here we go. Giants, you have been slaughtered with a natural 2.
Nathan Fielder wins again.
So, Nathan Fielder is suddenly
You
very
look into his
intimidating.
dead eyes.
You know what? If he's part of the union, this is going to be a lot more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah, fine,
not-
you have it your way, but, whenever the bill comes, I don't want anybody bitching.
Yeah. All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, what if, hold on, I have an idea. What if we signed you on as official sponsors of our exploration?
I want nothing to do with whatever it is you do.
But do you not love me?
No,
I thought we had a connection. Do we not have a connection?
we do
I
not.
see
Are
the,
we, are we
I
not
see the
feeling
connection
sparks
right here.
between us?
No.
There's plenty of them.
Turtles.
Because I was feeling sparks, but I mean, I guess it's a one-way
You're
street.
you're standing beside a cannon.
No, I mean that's fine. I can live with that. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just keep being alone then, I guess.
Yep.
Right. And I'm going to call the session here.
Why are humans
All right, so
just
we're getting an airship. Thank you, Nathan Fielder. That's actually what I was trying to close what I thought was a background image, but I ended up closing the whole program. Of course, I just wanted the airship as the background. That might be the next version of the Cat's Cradle, but it's going to take some time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Before we sign off, we will go to Tom's recap. So please, Tom, take it away.
Just one minor thing, and I'm sure Kurt feels the same way. I feel that we got robbed, that Kurt didn't get a chance to retort when the carpenter referred to his character as a monkey. I was waiting for that to pop off, and I felt so robbed.
Yeah, it's like getting ready to go, monkey. Did we just get kicked off?
So obviously,
Powder
like,
monkey.
zero,
It makes sense.
zero combat, but really interesting uses of stuff here tonight, everyone. I really enjoyed, Ryan, when you changed it to the Western, making everyone think outside of the box. That was a lot of fun. And also for someone who doesn't really get to judge the improv all that much, was just having a blast with that. Or sorry, was that Charlie who did that?
Yeah, I didn't do anything, man. Don't look at I just stripped.
I was the one.
I was going to say,
the one
you
that
were just
called for
twirling.
it. To be fair, he kind of took the spotlight with the burlesque show, and that's cool. But
Say,
I
It's not even
suggested
the
it,
first
he took
time
the
she's
ball and
done
ran
that.
with it.
but hopefully not the last. Also, Kurt, I also got the feeling of the female giant leader being like, is everyone else seeing the anagram here? Anyone seeing this? No? Just okay, cool. Also, Charlie, I really enjoyed your hostage type scenario that you were going for, because I also got feeling things of that too. Also, just like Shauna, I just loved your interpretation of what film noir is. It's like a girl just looking at it like, oh yeah, she's that way. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, can we just watch a full film noir just like that? I think it's called Mean Girls. But
Get in, loser.
right? Get in, loser. We're going murdering. Anyway, that's all I have. So are we still doing rankings, Mike?
Yeah. That
Okay,
affects our
so
gold.
fair enough. Gold for gold. So I have Kurt as my number one tonight, followed by Ryan, and then tied with Charlie and Shauna.
Awesome.
Real quick, because I don't get a chance to break these out. I have the six-sided froggy. You can see him a bit better. Oh, maybe not. Thanks, Zoom. There he is.
Oh, neat.
Froggy.
It's funny that it edits out your fist. It's weird.
Right?
The green screen effect.
Zoom
All right.
just wants to consume me entirely.
All right.
Well, that's what you get for being a snack.
Thank you very much to all of our viewers and for everybody who was putting out their suggestions in chat. We're constantly trying to improve the way we integrate the improv games and play the game. So we always appreciate your help and feedback and participation. Tom, my friend, it's always a pleasure. Always happy to have you. Hopefully we can get you back sometime in March. And everybody, please stay tuned for our March schedule. Some of us are going to be away, so please keep an eye on our channel to see what Saturdays we are available. I'm looking forward to bringing you some new stuff soon. And as always, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, because
Yay!
we're all actors fighting for survival in an era of AI and other job-ripping opportunities. So,
Trying our best.
Any likes, any shares you can give
Kurt,
us,
you're freaking
it
me
means
out.
the world. All right, and just want to quickly open the floor. If anybody else has anything they'd like to say to our lovely audience, we have them captive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, my hair. Where'd it go? Thank
You
you.
guys want to send me $20? My Venmo is...
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. I want someone to send me some coconuts so I can gallop around.
Two
That
halves
is
of coconuts. Yes.
That is amazing.
Live long and prosper.
All right. Good night, everybody.